Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over bounty. I want to answer the question, can you Tesla bounty the whole time? And what I mean by that is, can you do 4 in the shop, not 5? I know you can do 5. So the answer is yes. You can Tesla bounty the whole time. It just costs a little bit more. But I want to see what happens when I do 4 in the shop. I buy up to 4, tier 4. And see how far I can get with just using Tesla. Or maybe I'll readjust today and use 4 bounty troops. We'll see what happens. I just want to see how far we could have gone with Tesla. So we know next bounty. Alright, we can use Tesla all the way till Sunday, and then we have to use 4 bounty troops. You know what I mean? We're going to figure that out. I probably could have did some math. But it's kind of funner this way. It is what it is. What up, Mike D? Hello, Allie. How's it going? Man, we crushed that world event, didn't we? I saw other people just weren't even done yet, and we were done on like Thursday. That was crazy. Crushed it. Anyway, let me set everything up here, put the thumbnail on. Still got that new mythic troop. What do y'all think about that? Let me know how the audio is. I know it kind of, it has the little bit of, last live stream and had a little bit of stuff at the very beginning, but it got better quickly. I don't know why it does that. I thought I figured it out, and I don't know. Stupid. Okay, thumbnail. Let's change it. Upload thumbnail. But Turquoise Emperor, I feel, is kind of mid. Nothing you should go out of your way to get. Unless you're getting every new mythic every single time without much trouble. Kenji's here. What up, Kenji? Sana, the new moderator. Livewire. Let's go. Alright, gonna save that, okay. Now let me jump into the chat. What else we got going on? Petrified Trent, doesn't really matter. The new legendary troop still has its third trait all screwed up, right? It's supposed to reflect a random ally on 4 or 5 gym match or something like that, I think. But it was only reflecting itself. And then they changed it to be something else. Supposedly it wasn't even programmed into the game. Like, they put a trait into the game that wasn't even programmed into the game. And I put a forum post like, how can these people make so many mistakes? Imagine if you made these many mistakes at your job at work and stuff. Like, every single week you make multiple mistakes. That'd be crazy. I think you would get fired. Now, everybody can make a mistake, but it's just the frequency and the ridiculousness of how often, and what it is. That's crazy. We gave them... It's been 2 or 3 years now. The first year, we're cutting them some slack. When they continuously do it for 2 and 3 years straight, every single week, multiple times, eventually you gotta say something. You can't keep cutting them slack every single mistake they make. Eventually you just gotta realize they're not very good, I guess. Screwing up all the time. Alright, let me put this in live chat. What else? So the legendary is decent, especially for this week, if you use it in concert with Chalcedony. Guild Wars is next week, y'all. I know you're excited. I'm definitely not excited. But yeah, we got Ali, Livewire, Kenji, Sana, Mike D. Mike D says, first, get on my level. Ali says hello. Sana says, hey, center, lurkers, and Sinnycool. Yeah, I want to change the first tier of the memberships to a different name, but it's difficult to change. Ali gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Runs out there, gets it started up. Appreciate that. Then Kenji follows right behind. That's how it works. You guys are out there working on it. Audio is fine. Audio is good. I'm alright, Livewire. How are you? Kenji says Mountain Crusher, 2 times Gob Truffle, Mirage Queen. That's a good team. You hate Guild Wars? Me too. Mike D just wanted to say, what's up, Cinny Sinners? You guys take it easy. Get your buns to sleep. Hey, man, leave us on. Leave us on. You can mute it. I don't care. How's it going, Rich Kaufman? Hope you have a good night's sleep, though. Invasion's coming up. That's one of the easiest events in the game. Remember, they just provide you the troop that is super OP in one-shots, so you can use multiples of that troop. and it's not super hard. I mean, of course, definitely watch the video, because the early battles, you're going to want to use something different to get to the later battles, so it's still valuable to watch the video. Bounty, this is what we're going to be concentrating on today, mostly. And, yeah, we got a new campaign, I think that said. Midnight Countdown, that's different. A new campaign. Oh, that's the campaign. Dragon Secret's the world event. Anyway. Alright, let's go. Tribute. Let's go get the dungeon nice and failed. There we go. See? First every single time. Perfect. Perfection. Every single time. Spike trap first pick. Anita is here. How's it going? Trey is here. Yo, Trey, I might try to get on a little bit early, get into a main room group, tell them that you're joining up, and then when you get on, you're going to get in the group. And if they refuse, I'll just leave the group. That's my plan for today. And if it doesn't work out, we can maybe go out to that island where I died trying to sell. Seems like there's decent stuff out there to fight. I got to go sell anyway somewhere. I got to figure out that Dagner's Cauldron. Dude, I had an adventure with Sinnycool the other day. And I figured out Dagner's Cauldron a little bit because of that. I was running Al Bundy. I was running Bundy some equipment that I got from UWAP. And, you know. Anyway, I might make a video about it. Remember, don't do the dungeon like me. I just get annoyed by it, so don't ever play the dungeon like I play it. We got some gems in the adventure board. Make sure you do that. And what else is going on? The bounty. Let's go do the bounty. Alright, one thing here, I should have made a video on Friday. Sometimes I know... I don't know. I should be making way more videos, because that's what the competition is doing, and that's the only reason they got, like, way more views than me, is because they... I can do this thing where I compare my channel to their channel with TubeBuddy, and, you know, they have, like, 60-something videos in a month, and I have, like, 40, so it looks crazy, but they're doing 20 more videos than me every month, so I should have did a bounty video, I just didn't. It's just over the years, like, I'm kind of getting a little bit jaded and stuff, and I was like, if I put out this bounty video, bounty's always the same old crap. You put in a bounty captain, it's the same freaking team. We already, like, did extra work on it to do the Tesla thing. I presented that to the Gems of War community, the Tesla strategy that everybody's using now. No one will remember that it was me, though, because, you know, Copycat McGee will probably act like he did it. But, you know, everybody's adopting it now. The Tesla strat. It wasn't my idea, but it came from my channel. And now I'm trying it just all the way through. And I don't think it's going to work, but it was a cool experiment here. I need 46,000 more points. And I'm getting... I think it's 4,800 a battle instead of 6,000, right? So I'd need like 10 battles. And I only got 4. But I'm going to get a Valraven. I'm going to get at least one. So I really have like 6 battles right now. And then I swear I get another one. So I'm thinking I have around 8 battles. So I'm going to fall just short. Let's round it up to 5,000. So 8. Let's say I get 8. And let's round it up to 5. Just to see. That would be 40,000. So I'm going to fall just short. If everything goes perfectly, and I round it up and everything, I'm probably going to fall... I'm going to get like 70,000 out of 80,000. So that kind of shows that if I would have... Alright, so if I do 6,000 times 8 is 48. That would be just enough. Man, I want to do that, kind of. Maybe we use the full bounty team today just to see. Because then everybody would know, okay, this is what you do. You use Tesla all the way until Sunday. You can do Tier 4 in the shop. Use Tesla until Sunday. And then on Sunday, you have to switch to the all bounty team. No Tesla. So I want to try that. Let's get rid of her. So I think I can make it. You get 6,000 per, right? And I might get up to 8 sigils. It might be 6. If it's 6, then it'd be 6 times 6 is 36. And I'll fall just short once again. It's like, do we run just Tesla the entire time and then see how short we are, and then that'll tell us how many battles we should have ran the full bounty team? Or should we try the full bounty team right now starting on Sunday and see if it can make it? I think if we get 8 battles, we can make it, but if we only get 6, we can't. I don't know, what do you guys want to do? Let's let you guys decide. There's not that many people here yet, but let's run a poll. Start a poll. Ask a question. What should we do? Keep going with Tesla. See how short we are. Or switch to full bounty team. Maybe make it. Alright. Oh no, it went over. Hold on, I'm making a poll. Give me a sec. Man, I put too many letters. Switch to full bounty team. Alright, that's fine. Why won't it let me start the poll? Come on, stupid. I don't care about grammar. Alright, I think I just put too many letters on. Maybe not. Oh, I see. Hold on. I put too much stuff. Keep going with Tesla or switch to full bounty team. Alright, there's the poll. Please vote. Whatever you guys decide is what I will do. Should we keep going with Tesla and see how far, like how short we are, and then we can divide by 1,200 into however short we are, and that'll tell us how many times we should have ran the full bounty team? Or we can switch to the full bounty team right now. It could potentially make it, but it's going to be really close. I have to get 8 sigils out of 4 sigils, so I need 2 Val Ravens. So we could switch to it right now and potentially make it if everything goes perfectly to all rewards. Then we know, okay, you run Tesla all the way to Sunday, then you switch, and it'll be simple to tell everybody that. Simple instructions. Run Tesla till Sunday, and then run a full bounty team on Sunday. Use every single sigil you got with Tesla until Sunday. Then, with your free 4 on Sunday, you use a full bounty team. Of course, you can't miss any Val Ravens. And you have to use a full bounty team, fully traded and all that. Got to use the bounty captain. Which, by the way, doesn't need to be fully traded. Got that stupid web gem thing. I hope everybody was smart enough to do that. I did not put the 3rd trait on the Leaping Spider because a 25% chance to create a web gem when my turn begins is annoying. Anytime a troop has something annoying, you don't have to do it. It's just like everything else in the game that I'm always preaching to you. There's some things in this game you don't have to do. I know that it's like habit to do everything that's presented to you. But just because this troop has traits doesn't mean you have to get them. You know, 25% chance to create a web gem when my turn begins is annoying. The other team could match those, and now you're webbed. That's stupid. It's similar to leaving the bandit untraded, like back in the day when we could, they let us refund the bandit, and then we could leave it untraded, and it's still gold, fully gold medaled. There's some weapons you're not supposed to fully upgrade and everything. There's examples of this throughout the game, here and there. And this is one example of it. Hopefully you saw it before you just pushed the button. That's one of those things the devs do to you. They give you an easy button to push, and then like that screws you up later on because you're used to pushing the button. Oh, just upgrade everything. Boop, 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 boop. Push that button every single time I get a troop. Well, then they screw you up when you get this troop right here and you push that button again. Habit. Dole. Alright, we'll see what the poll was saying. We got a decent amount of votes. Should we end it? Should we go do something else real quick? let's, I already have the world event done. Like, my guild was amazing. We got it done on Thursday. I don't know what everybody's complaining about. But maybe somebody in my guild just went crazy. That's pretty crazy right there. Big Bundy. Big Bundy. Chanita and Cookie, which is Allie, went pretty crazy. These three. That all ties together with my shiny key video. Make sure you're in a good guild. It's just me looking out for you. I know some people get annoyed with that. Like, I don't want to leave my guild. It's my guild. Or I don't want to leave this guild. All my friends are in this guild. Or I don't want to leave this guild. They changed it to the big knockers like I asked them to. Now I'm in the big knockers guild. Like, everybody has a weird reason to stay in their guild, right? I told them to change the name to the panty droppers, and they did it. So now I'm going to stay in this guild forever. But nobody does anything. You're hurting yourself. Go to the other guild, and maybe they'll change their name to the panty droppers or the big knockers. Whatever it may be. You can always try somewhere else, too. Don't get stuck in that guild. Anyway, let's... ooh, it's jumping back and forth, y'all. Does anybody else want to vote? That poll keeps jumping back and forth between the two. You guys are split down the middle. Let's catch up in the chat while... Chad Angelo's here. It's been a while. Trey gifted a membership. Alright, so we got Allie. Allie ran out there. Gifted to Frank. Kenji with the 2. Got a Truffle Shuffle light team going yesterday. Yeah, that's a decent one, man. You really need that Forest Troll, though, because Forest Troll is amazing and kind of keeps the loop going. The Mountain Crusher is cool and everything, but, you know, it has a Brown Storm. It's not terrible. And you get to use your hero. But drop the Mirage Queen, put the hero on the bottom, get that Forest Troll in there. The Truffle Shuffle is specifically designed to keep you looping. But that's still pretty good. What you got there's decent. Maybe you don't have the Forest Troll. GoldenEye on double... cool. GoldenEye 007. I didn't see that from Mike. Then Trey gifted. So he runs out there, gets it started up. Blaring that Taylor Swift. We're about to take off. You're watching the Bills game too, Rich? Solitary Mind is here. Rich, you're usually asleep. I know, I have to do these early just because of the way my life is. And Sane gifted a membership to Eros. He deserves it. And that really gets it going. We are now moving down the track. Chad Angelo, I remember you, bro, because you're the other Chad. Yeah, I got my brakes fixed. That's the other thing we could talk about is the mechanic stuff. Full bounty, says Kenji. Chad says just passing through. Use Tesla till the brakes fall off. Livewire says for science, I say Tesla, but I think it'd be short of completion. Yeah, I saw your message there, Kenji. My opinion, look out for that Forest Troll. Change it to the real Truffle Shuffle, but I feel like your team is decent, too. You got the Mountain Crusher, you got the Brown Storm. The Gob Truffles will make the brown and the green with a Brown Storm, which should make it loop decently because you have brown on top of brown there. And the Mirage Queen starting him with 50% mana is nice, too. So, maybe make your hero Elementalist, and then you can really tie up the other enemy team real nicely. So instead of just looping to where the enemy never gets a turn, you could make your hero Elementalist, get a bunch of extra turns, make the whole enemy team like all tied up with Entangle and, you know, with what Elementalist does with its third trait. And that'll help you not to lose too. So maybe Elementalist as your class would be a good upgrade to that team. Allie says, are you telling us 3 to go to another guild? No. You guys are good. We got everything done, so there's no need for you to leave. I wish I had Forest Troll. I saw your video. Yeah, Elementalist would be good because your Mirage Queen's going to start it with 50% mana anyway. Heck yeah, Chad, you're the sniper. I remember. Don't think I forgot. I was just making sure. It has been a while. I do talk to a lot of people. I was kind of worried about you for a minute, and then it was a while. All right, let's end this poll. What do we got? Keep going with Tesla is the winner, so let's see what happens. And we can just do some math, and maybe I'll buy up in the shop. I have a lot of gems. Did you guys see that? 7,324 gems. Remember when I had like 1,000 or 2,000? This is the point I keep making with, like, follow my advice. The proof is in the pudding, etc. My gold stack always stays the same. Plus, I've given 220 million to my guild. My soul stack always stays the same. I never lose souls. 11 million souls. I could go disenchant too and have 20 million souls if I wanted to. My glory stack's always huge. My gem stack, repaired it in like a week. As soon as I got Diamantina, I started going back in the other direction. Sometimes, Joe, maybe you don't like the message from my mouth, from my lips, but if you look with your eyeballs at the screen at all the resources I have, maybe then you'll, you know, give me another chance with my lips. Anyway. Suspect. Let's use Tesla. And we'll just calculate how short we are, and then we'll know when to switch to the full bounty team. Guard medals. She boosts off of armor. And we're just going to cast Tesla twice. Old lip service. Whenever I'm talking about the red macaque weapon, sometimes I say some crazy stuff by accident. About macaque. Green and brown, let's go. Just get Tesla right back up. And we don't have to fiddle fart around with casting two different... Gotta do Tagraki, and then you gotta do Corpse Mare, then you don't take the skulls. And then you do Tagraki, and the one with the highest armor, then you do a Corpse Mare. And then you gotta cast Tagraki again and do a Ogres, Corpse Mare. And then you do Ogres, then you do Corpse Mare, then you do Tagraki. Instead of that, we cast Tesla twice. It's like Tesla, Ogres, Tesla. Instead of Tagraki with the Corpse Mare to the Ogres, and then the Tagraki with the Corpse Mare, and then the Ogres with the Tagraki, and then the Ogres, and then the Corpse Mare, and then the Tagraki, and then the Ogres, then the Corpse. You gotta do that like 50 times. It's annoying. So we will just do Tesla twice. Why'd you steal my blue? You suck. Now you're dead. Do we have a Val Raven yet? I wasn't paying attention. Nope, not yet. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're going to be short, but we can figure out when to switch to a full bounty team. And then next bounty, I will make a video about it. I like to test stuff before I just make a video. I want to make sure I'm right. Alright, there's our Val Raven. I doubt we're going to get another one, though, unfortunately. It's pretty close. So I like to match blue or red first. Get up Tesla. Cast it. Now Ogress. And, you know. Now she's up again. It's definitely faster. 3 sigils left. I'll just buy another tier if I have to. I see 13 likes and 21 watching. Let's go. $14, $15. 15 likes. 16. Let's go. My hand is up. Will you slap it? Will you leave me hanging? Or will you slap my hand? You ever leave someone hanging? That's so disrespectful. They put their hand up for a high five and you just look at it. Are you that type of person? I put my hand up. You're the type of person just to look at my hand and not give me a high five? That's crazy. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. You gotta always smack the hand. If you don't like the person, just smack it really hard. You gotta do something, though. Just don't leave them hanging. Or at least put your hand through your hair. Do something, man. I'm leaving them hanging. Drone duty, uh-oh. Shooting drones out of the sky? Alright, y'all, so we need 27, 26, 8. 26, 8. And we only got 2 fights left. We're gonna get about 10. So we're gonna be short, but we'll get to see how short, and we'll do some calculations. And hopefully we get a Valraven, that'd be great. The way that Tesla will fix everything, yeah. Yeah, I did go to the mechanic, but it was kind of uneventful. I had to get all my brakes done, and I knew it. They could have maybe, like, the front driver's side, they might have been able to save the rotor if they really wanted to, but they're like, you might as well replace them all at the same time, and... It went fast. I have a... Yeah. The brakes went fast. Last time I went in for the tires, they said, like, I need my back brakes done. But they didn't say anything about the front brakes. And then all of a sudden, the front brakes started grinding. And I went and got them done within a week of that happening. Because it costs lots of money, and I have to schedule it. I can't just go in there. I'm not like some person that's just waiting for my brakes to go out. So I feel like there's a lot of people out there that just run right to the freaking mechanic like they got nothing better to do in their life. They're just waiting for something like that to happen. I can't wait till my brakes go out so I can hurry up and go in the first day or two. Sorry, I got stuff to do and I'm really busy, so it took me like a week to get in there. I had to like schedule it in my busy schedule, and it costs a lot of money. I can't just pull money out of my butt all the time. So, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people around here are just waiting to get their brakes done. Like they're ready to go the first day or two they hear anything. And then they got money just to pull out of their butt whenever they want. Not me. I got a Valraven, by the way. So in this case right here, I will shoot that Valraven with the Takaraki just to make sure. And a yellow extra turn, I should have took that, but... I'll make a little pit stop to make sure I get that Valraven done. Secure the bag. The Valraven's carrying a bag. Go get it. Ooh, we got 3 fights. It would be crazy if we actually got it. 22,000. 3 fights left. There's no way we get another Valraven, though, and that's pretty much 15,000 or so. We're going to end up with 73. Dang it. If I switch right now to the full bounty team, I would get 18. Which would be 76. Huh. Anyway, we'll keep going. Be crazy if I get another Valraven. I don't think so, though. Sacrificing a little bit of gems for everybody to see what would happen. Come on, Tesla. Just get up. Being slow in this battle. There you go. Should have used Ogress. Thanks for posting the Discord, Sana. It's YT Flames is here. How many tier can finish the event with Tesla, Senny? I haven't started yet. 5. Tier 5. I'm testing tier 4 right now, but I know tier 5 works because I've had people say in my comments and on other people's streams about how tier 5 works if you use Tesla the whole time. Remember to use bounty troops for the other 3. Tesla's just there to replace 1 bounty troop. You're still using pretty much a whole team of bounty troops with the bounty captain. You're just taking 1 out. I recommend Corpse Mare. Take Corpse Mare out, put on Tesla. And in the shop, you buy up to 5. If you just want to, like, do Tesla the whole time, you don't mind spending that extra 300 gems. Then you can also spend 1 less minor blue orb, too. So if you know it's tier 5 to get all the way done with Tesla, and you know you're just going to do it, then you can just use 1 blue orb instead of 2. So you're saving yourself 1 minor blue. 62-8. Tesla the whole time. We need a Valraven bad. Yeah, it'll be pretty quick too. It's YT Flames. Be pretty quick. Probably took me like an hour. I don't know. I didn't really track how long it was taking, but didn't take very long. Those early battles, you just 1-shot. And these late ones, you 2-shot. If you use Tigraki and Corpse Mare, you 2-shot 1 at a time, 4 troops. But Tesla will 2-shot every single troop at the same time. Alright, let's see where we're at. We got 1 battle left. We need a Valraven right now. 1,300 left. 12-4. We would have to get a Valraven right now in this battle. If we do, that would be crazy. We would break the internet. The Gems of War community would go wild. Knowing that you can just do Tesla with a 4 in the shop. Because it's pretty close. It was worth testing. It was worth testing. I mean, look at it. Would you look at it? 12-4. That is close. Come on, Valraven. Not a penguin. Darn. So we're short. That was close, though. All you have to do, though, is switch to a full bounty team. You can still do tier 4 and use Tesla a lot, 99% of the time. You just switch to a full bounty team. I'll tell you when. Probably Sunday. It's probably that simple. It's probably that simple. You just switch to a full bounty team on Sunday. Come on, Tesla. There we go. Nah, you don't need to equip the pet. You know that it's just if it's in your stable, it still counts. You don't have to put it on your shoulder. You can put whatever pet you want on your shoulder. It's just for cosmetic purposes. It counts your whole stable no matter what. So right now we're getting stats from every single pet that we have ever. Doesn't matter what pet we put on our shoulder. Alright. Oh, we're so close. 7,600. So divide that by 1,200. Let me get my calculator. Because we're shorting ourselves by 1,200 points each battle by using Tesla. So we're going to divide 7,600 by 1,200. I should be able to do that in my head, but let's do a calculator just because. 7,600 divided by 1,200 equals 6.33333333. So that's pretty much 7 fights. So pretty much today. Sunday. I don't know how many fights I fought today, but we started with 4 fights. It's something like Sunday. I'm gonna have to test it next time to make sure. Now I'm like, of course it had to be 6.333333. It couldn't be just 6. I'll rewatch the footage and see how many battles I did, but I'm pretty sure you can do Tesla the whole time until Sunday. And then on Sunday, you can switch to a full bounty team. And if it's not that, it's like Saturday you do one fight without Tesla, and that's it. So next time I'll test it. I'll run Tesla all the way through Saturday, and then I'll do Sunday without Tesla. Buying up to 4. But now I have to buy one more in the shop to finish it up. But this will show you that Tier 5 is possible, so... if I had bought Tier 5, it doesn't matter if I bought it on Friday or I buy it now, it's still the same amount of fights. Gave us 6 more freaking fights? Wow. It gives you a lot of fights. I know it gave you that many sigils, wow. So that's definitely possible. If you just want to do Tesla the whole time, you just got to buy Tier 5. Which most people buy anyway. So to say that you can use Tesla the whole time in Bounty is not a crazy thing to say, because a lot of people buy Tier 5 in the shop anyway. Tier 4 is for people that have a bunch of blue orbs, and they're trying to save gems. And they want to play Bounty for the cheapest amount of gems possible. But most people have to do Tier 5 because either they don't have Zul'Goth yet, they don't have CT yet, they don't have Enraged Kurndara or something, they're saving all their blue orbs to turn into power orbs. Yada yada. They're beginners or mid-game players. So a huge majority of people that play Bounty buy up to Tier 5 in the shop anyway. So to say that you can do Tesla the whole time for Bounty is pretty much correct. Because the majority of people buy up to Tier 5 in the shop anyway. I'm just going to say that 5 times in a row. So now we're doing Tier 5 like most people do. And we're about to finish Bounty using Tesla the entire time. So if you're out there doing 5 in the shop and using 4 Bounty troops the whole time, you can stop doing that now. You can use Queen Beatrix or Tesla or your hero or something like that. Anything that 2 shots the final battle. If you're doing more than 2 shots in the final battle, switch to something else. At least Queen Beatrix has a chance at an extra turn. Tesla can do it in 2 shots. Anything else that takes 3 shots and doesn't have a chance at an extra turn is kind of ding-dong. Unless it's all you got. Kenji says, what should I buy first with diamonds in the forge? Doom weapon, cheaper troop, or save for mythic? Also, at what explorer level should I grind trait stones? Kenji... The diamond thing, I have a video, I think, that's like the first 5 mythics to buy, something like that. The first 5 mythics to get in the Soul Forge or something. But I know you want me to include weapons and legendaries and everything, so... that's a good idea. I know, I saw your comment, and that's a great idea for a video. I shouldn't say too much on here, because we definitely have moles and copycats that hear stuff and then they go make a video. Like the Puzzle Quest 3 thing, for example, like the the baby dragon thing. Happens all the time, and people just don't care. So I gotta, like, just not do it anymore, because no one has, like, morals or something. They'll still watch the idiot that copies everybody. Should've took that blue. Like, he'll probably be talking about using Tesla or Queen Beatrix or something now. And everybody will think, like, he came up with the idea, because he won't say any different. But nobody cares, because they have no morals. They don't care. They'll just watch that guy. It's crazy. That'd be like watching Bill Cosby still, or, like, Jared from Subway still. Most people don't, right? Because they're immoral. They do crazy stuff. They do stuff you don't respect. That's how I feel about somebody copying off somebody. It's disgusting. But that's not how the Gems of War community cares. They don't react like that. They're just like, oh, sure, let's go watch the guy that copies everybody. It's okay. We'll just put our head in the sand and act like he doesn't copy. Who cares about the original guy that came up with the stuff? Disgusting! It's all the fringe casual people. It's nobody here. The ones that never say anything. It's because they're too embarrassed to say anything. Because they know they're wrong. Hey, we got it done! And we had 4 fights left. So it only took 2 more fights. Tesla got it done on tier 5 with 4 fights left. See what kind of orbs we can get. Now remember, bounty is these orbs before you open them. So if you open them and you get all greens, you can't say bounty sucks. Because this is like a scratcher, it's like a RNG thing. You could get 2 major minions or whatever, or 2 gold orb, glory orb. You can get all pet and glory orbs right here. But just because they're all green, that doesn't mean it was a waste of your time. You got a chance to open 6 orbs here. You're hoping that it's some good stuff. 2 vault keys, gems, gem keys, diamonds, souls, gold. Look at that gold. It's a lot of gold. But it's before you open them, not after. I know you open them and you're like, oh, I got all greens. That was a waste of time. But you can't say that. See, mine were kind of crappy. I still feel like I'm glad I did it, though. Because I could have got something good. Chad with the 2, thank you so much. The thing is moving, you're jumping on. Kind of like keeping it going. Alright, Kenji, let me get back to your questions there. So, I don't know, man. It depends what it is. Like, if it's rope dart, of course you should get it from the Soul Forge. You're looking for, like, top 5. If you're not going to get a mythic as your first thing with diamonds, you're looking at top 5 weapons or top 5 legendaries. We're not talking about top 10s or top 20s. So if you're going to get something besides a top 10 mythic as your first thing with diamonds in the Soul Forge, make sure it's one of the best weapons or one of the best legendaries. Like Tesla would be acceptable because she's amazing. She's been buffed recently multiple times. She's true damage to all enemies. She can be boosted by armor, which is a nice thing to be boosted by. So Tesla, for example, is something that you could, and it would be a good investment. Weapons like rope dart would be a good investment. But those are like the 2 examples that I can think of off the top of my head where I would say go ahead and do it. Otherwise, you want to just save for a top 10 mythic. You see High King Iron Gut, grab them. You see Ironhawk, grab it. So that's what you're saving up for, is like Ironhawks, High King Iron Gut. And then you can like... I always leave room for a top 10 mythic that is just you want it so bad, like your favorite. Like Arachnian Weaver, or Wild Queen, or Wild King, or the Grey King, or something like that. If you're saving and being patient, and Ironhawk just never comes through, High King Iron Gut just never comes through, and then all of a sudden there's like Arachnian Weaver, and you've been waiting patiently and saving, I always say, like, hey, go for it. Just be more patient next time. That was your first mythic. The first mythic you crafted was a top 10. You still did really good, and you did it right. But after that one, make sure you're going for Ironhawk or High King Iron Gut for your second one. Like even on my video that I made, the first 5 mythics you should craft in the Soul Forge, I left room for crafting one out of the top 10 that you just happen to like. Give yourself a break, like reward yourself for saving up, basically. You can't go wrong with a lot of the top 10s. As far as trait stones go, I haven't grinded trait stones in a long time, but I think I made a video on it. It's one of my most popular videos, so you could go watch that. I think everything's still true to this day. If you go on my channel and you just look at my home page, like it's the 3rd video, like how to farm trait stones. But the best way to like get trait stones, I would save up glory and wait for it to come through in the shop, and you could buy as many trait stones as you want of that color. But to farm them in Explore, whether to do Explore 1 or Explore 12, I can't remember. I think just getting to a boss chest like guarantees you to get at least 1, right? I think 12 is technically faster to get trait stones, but 1 isn't that bad, and if you can do 1 fast, it's not terrible to do 1. So when we do vault events and stuff, we pick a... Usually you'll pick like a kingdom where you need trait stones too. Because you're doing Explorer 1, but you're still getting trait stones. I think it's like technically 12 is better, but 1 isn't like that much worse to where... Whatever you can do fast. You're like guaranteed for... You're guaranteed to get a trait stone ever so often. Pretty sure. But if somebody knows about that in the chat, like some people have recently farmed trait stones. I haven't done it in like 3 years. 4 years maybe. Because eventually you'll get so many trait stones you don't need them anymore. And you got so many orange orbs too, which are also kind of function as trait stones. Eventually you'll be throwing up in your mouth every time you get an orange orb. And you have so many trait stones you don't know what to do with them. So it's one of those kind of resources. They don't put anything into the game that you can put your trait stones into later. But that was Bounty. We got it all the way done. Doing Tesla the whole time. Tier 5 in the shop. And now we know that we can use Tesla all the way till Sunday with Tier 4 in the shop. And then switch to a full Bounty team for Sunday. And you'll either get super close or you'll make it. And I'm going to test it next time, so... I can rewatch this video and double check, though. So I just can't remember if I did 6 battles or 8 battles before I switched to, before I bought Tier 5 in the shop. I think it was 8, though. We just fell short. So I'm pretty sure you can do Tesla all the way till Sunday and then stop on Sunday and switch to a full Bounty team on Sunday and still do Tier 4 in the shop. That was what we were testing, so that was the live stream right there as far as the title. Rich says save for a mythic. You only buy it a tier 2 in Bounty? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. There's not a, that's why we have the depends emoji. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. You buy it a tier 2 in the Bounty, you go as far as you can, and you just call it a day. Not everybody has to get every single reward all the time. What up, Dervicious? Tyrion's here. Party's complete. No problem, Kenji. Anytime, man. It might take me a while. Sometimes it might take me a week to answer you, but, you know, I'll always get to it eventually. And ask me on a live stream if you don't hear the answer. Explorer 1 doesn't guarantee an arcane trait stone. Okay, okay. I swear it does eventually, though, like if you get a boss chest. I know it just takes forever to get to a boss chest with Explorer 1, so it seems like it doesn't. Because Explorer 12, you're going to get to a boss chest way faster, because you're getting like 70 myth stones, so it only takes 2 mini-boss fights. While Explorer 1 takes like, what, freaking 20 mini-bosses? So it seems like you're not getting them, but it's still kind of guaranteed. It just takes longer. So Explorer 12 is probably the way to go. And you can do Explorer 12 as a low-level player. You either boost up your Rowan extra with armor, whether it's Shield of Erskaya or Golden Cog, you just cast it multiple times on your Rowan, and that'll get it done. You might have to cast your Rowan twice, you might have to cast your weapon twice, but it'll still do it. Then you got Gob Truffle, who loops and loops and loops. There's no way to lose. If you use the right team in the right way, the right Gob Truffle team in the right way, no mythics on that team, can do Explorer 12. The enemy never gets a turn, so how are they going to kill you? And then you have Guardian teams. You got Triple Finesse Nimbus Bow. You got Triple Ferocity Rage Reaver. You got all kind. You got Chalcedony, Secra, Todd. There's no need for mythics. You can do Explorer 12 with 0 mythics. As long as you can loop and you know how to loop, and the enemy never gets a turn, it doesn't matter if the enemy has a billion magic and kills you in one shot, because they're never going to get a turn. So how are they going to? They never get to shoot that shot. What do we do now? There's not that much to do. We got a Dragon Secret done. How did I do? I almost fell in the final screen there. Luckily I didn't. Guild Wars is next week. Did I get my gold and stuff? $3 million. Guy that doesn't gold farm. I only have to give 875,000, but I gave 3 million. I don't gold farm. We got a Underspire, but I really don't care about it. I already got my 2 bosses. I'm gonna start doing this to full completion pretty soon. I just wanted to get my gem stack back up to like 10k. Maybe I could do a little bit of this. It's the same team though as last time. I hate this. It sucks for YouTube, like, making videos when the same kingdom uses, like, the same teams. You can't just make an Underspire video. And you can't just make an Epic Trial video for a kingdom like Hellcrag that we just had 2 or 3 months ago. Unless people are stupid, like... Sometimes I'm a self-saboteur here, but I'm just being completely honest. You know that Hellcrag, the Epic Trial, and the Underspire didn't change at all, right? So you can watch, like, the old videos that we put out a couple months ago. Like, I just want you guys to know. You don't have to watch a new video for that. You can watch the old video. It's the same exact thing. This is exactly the same as a month ago, or whatever it was. I shouldn't be saying that stuff. I should just, like, be, like, making a new video every single day for everything. That's why I didn't do Bounty. I didn't do Bounty because it's the same old crap. I don't do Vault Event videos that much anymore. It's the same old crap. I'm not going to do an Epic Trial or Underspire video for Hellcrag because we literally just did it like a month ago. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by putting out a video like that. I feel like I'm insulting your intelligence if I put out a freaking Epic Trial video about Hellcrag this week. We just freaking had it. It's like I'm insulting your intelligence. I would never do that. I look at my viewers as smart people, not just dummies that I can get views off of. I feel like other people look at their look at people like they're just dummies they're getting views from. I look at you guys like my friends that are smart. So I'm not going to insult your intelligence. Sana says, Speed Team, Leprechaun, 2 times Tesla, and Holy Saint Astra. That's for sure. Tesla is one of the fastest things in the game right now. Tesla and Diamantina. You want to know? And Phonicia's there too. And Phonicia's still in the running. She's just not as fast. Rich says, if need trait stones, get the weekly drop free stones with it. Yep, the weekly troop. Weekly troop. Yep. That just takes patience. I go over it every single Monday on the weekly preview. I tell you, like, which trait stones in the glory shop and what troops you could fully trait with them. It's one of the best things going about the weekly preview, because otherwise I could make a Soul Forge video, I could make an Epic Trial video, I could make an Underspire video. There's so much more other stuff in that weekly preview that isn't just those things. And once again, it's me trying to help people, not just trying to get views. I could split everything up into different videos, and I might still do that, just to survive. If you can't beat them, join them type of crap. I just feel like it's insulting people's intelligence. So I got people that fall for it. That's why I call them the butter eaters. Tyrion says it's almost worth the gems to Tesla all the way if you can afford it. Yeah, because Bounty's such a slog, dude. Totally. Kenji says boss chest seems guaranteed stone so far. Explorer 1 gives 3 to 6, so it takes about 20 mini-boss to reach the boss. Yeah, if you're all about the trait stones in that case, you might want to do 12. Which will also give you good tokens. So you're kind of doing 2 things at once. Explorer 1 is more of like a, I'm doing the Vault event type of deal. It's the Vault event right now, so I'm doing Explorer 1. Otherwise, I recommend 12 if you can do it, because you get better tokens, more trait stones more often. And it's possible. You don't have to have, like, mythics, and you don't have to be high level to do difficulty 12 Explorer. But 1 is fine, too. It's 1 or the other. Just don't be doing, like, 5 or 10 or something. I hate when people do that. Either all in or all out. Don't be halfway in. Because you can do 12. I know there's some teams out there specifically built for like Explore 10 or whatever. I just don't like them, so I don't recommend it. If you're going to do 10, do 12. I think it does guarantee in mini boss and boss fights only. Explore 1 arcanes. I've noticed it. New player count definitely guarantee on boss room level 1. Yeah, I should be opening vault keys right now. I'm just doing this for people that need it. So I definitely don't need this right now. I'm gonna make it to like the 3rd boss and get the crappy drop. So I'm doing it for free. I'm just showing this team a couple times. It's a live stream. I'm gonna switch to like vault keys, yeah. Ooh, I just got a Monithrax done, by the way. I forgot to record it. That's what sucks about doing the pure factions outside of when they're actually an event. I did a Monithrax, but I didn't record it. So now when people need a Monithrax for their pure faction, I don't have a video. See how I got it all the way done now? Kind of working on this because I know it's one of the things that like I didn't have Diamantina. Somebody could say about my channel or something. He doesn't have Diamantina, even though they're not free to play like me, so they don't have any room to talk paying for stuff. But I don't have every faction to 500 either. But I could. I could go work on it. I got this one done. And then I went and I got Tinkertown done too. First try. I went with this right here. Tink Steam Whistle, man. I put 2 of them on there. I know there's other strategies for this one, but this worked for me. Summon 1 to 3 Tinkertown bots. And he gives armor and life to all allies. So you put 2 of them, just in case. And every time you lose one of these, you just cast them. Bring 2 or, bring them back in. It's like a type of deal where you just can't lose. Might not be the fastest way to get it done, but it's like a I can't lose type of way. I did run into a little bit of trouble in the very last fight with their Tink Steam Whistle not being able to specifically target him down. I kind of got lucky and I got a mushroom on my team, and then I changed Tink into a mushroom on their team. So I don't know. I did get kind of lucky. But it was my first and only try, too. I got those 2 done. I've been working on it. You see a lot of 2,500 down here. And then, yeah, let's do vault keys, I guess. For the rest of the time. Why do I have those medals on? Never mix Nisha with seasons. That never is a thing you should do. I've never done it anyway. Has anybody here ever mixed a Nisha with the seasons? That's another like all in or all out type of deal. You don't want like 2 seasons with a Nisha. You don't want like 2 Nishas with the seasons. Your team should either be built around magic or attack. You don't do both. You're all in or all out. Otherwise your team is just weaker for not specializing. Well, I could do my Diamantina. Not my Diamantina, but the Diamantina. I don't like to, though, because I don't get class experience. Remember, that's one of those things that you'll see people doing. This right here. You'll see them doing this, but they have all their classes at 100. So it doesn't benefit you to do this team. Just because you see them doing it doesn't mean you should do it. You might want to go and get class experience every time you open a vault key. So you need your hero. I think some teams do use hero, though. Like, you use, like, your hero instead of, like, Thrall or something. So you could do it. Rich says, buy way crap RNG on new Mythic, 50k seals, 2k gem keys, 2k gems on gem keys, nothing. Oh, no, dude. That's terrible, man. Like, not getting it and it's not that great. That would suck. Sorry, man. Allie says, even now I play Explorer 12 with Leprechaun, Queen Bee, and Venoxia. That's a good one. Dervisha says, pretty annoying that they did Hellcrag again. Yeah, I kind of explained why, and it kind of is annoying. They got to introduce more troops for the kingdom, because the kingdom doesn't have as many troops. And then they got to replace some other kingdoms week with Hellcrag, because they got to do it again, because they got to put more stuff in Hellcrag, because it's so far behind, because it's a new kingdom. It is annoying. And then it's boring, because it's the same crap again. Allie says, 2 Leprechaun or 1 with the Mountain Crusher? Rich says, I do Explorer 2, never 1. I mean, if you can wipe it in the same amount of time, like, that's no big deal. I just recommend 1, that way I can say it to everybody. If you know that you can do 2, and it's no difference, that's you being smart and knowing that I'm not always talking to you. You know what I mean? I say things to... you know, keep it safe for everyone. Like, you should do Explorer 1 or Explorer 12. It's just an idea. It's not, like, set in stone. If you can do 2 and it's never different than 1, then go for it. Now, if you're doing 11 instead of 12, I don't like that. But doing 2 instead of 1 is, like, not too bad. It's like 1 is a guarantee that you're going to wipe them in 1 shot. You'll never have a problem. You don't have to worry about it. If you know that that's also possible in 2, then go for it. But some people, it's not. They have to do 1 to make sure that they never have a problem. Kenji said I had a worse truffle shuffle yesterday. It could be... it could do 8. With the new one, I should be able to do more. 32 gems right there. Do what again, White Tea Flames? You only do that if your team doesn't require magic. I use 2, does 3 extra for seals. Vault keys. What'd you do that for? That's not nice. Just do that and they're dead. It's no big deal. It'll happen every once in a while. But the times that the Diamantina wipes in 1 shot makes up for the times that it doesn't. Like, Phoenicia team has to 2-shot every single time, no matter what. This is kind of like comparing something where you're killing 1 at a time, 4 things, it overkills, to something that does AoE and it like always kills in 1 or 2 times. It's kind of similar. Phoenicia is always going to take 2 shots. Diamantina is faster because sometimes it only takes 1 shot, and it never takes more than 2. I do want hero experience though. I might switch. I just wanted to show this, that I can do it, and that I have it, and do this one for a little bit, then we'll switch. Seals is 2 and up. I don't know what you're talking about with seals. Seals. You talking about like guild seals? You talking about mist stones? Talking about trait stones? Sorry, I had to mute there for a sec. Something stuck in my throat. Anyway, I went to the mechanic the other day, but it was not very eventful. Like, I knew what I needed, and I knew how much it was going to cost, and then they didn't really add anything on. It was just, it was what it was. It was expensive. But I, like, knew. Mechanic sucks when you go in there and then they add a bunch of crap. If you go in there knowing it's going to cost a certain amount and you're going to get a certain thing done and that's all that they do and that's all that it costs, then it's fine. Even though it didn't feel good to pay that much money. But I'd rather be told up front, this is how much it's going to be, this is what we're going to do, and that's how it should be. And I know that's how it is a lot of the time, but I go to these stupid places. There was this one place, I called multiple places, right, because I was getting a quote, like see how much it would cost. And one place wanted me to come in, I understand completely why. They wanted me to come in and do a brake inspection for 45 minutes, and then they would let me know how much it cost, and then they would do the brakes. They lost my business, sorry. Sorry, dude. I know that's like a more accurate way of assessing how much it's going to cost and how long it's going to take and what you need and everything, but I don't want to spend an extra 45 minutes. I don't want to bring my car into you twice. I don't know. It was just a little bit too much of extra. I call my other place that only gives me the pinky. And I'm like, hey, if I need this, this, and this, how much would it be? And he gave me like a ballpark figure. It was that much when it was all said and done. So I took it there instead. I didn't have to do the extra 45-minute brake inspection crap. The guy on the phone, I was like, I need to get an estimate for this or that, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, what I need you to do is come on in here and we'll do a free brake inspection for you. And then once that's over with, we'll be able to tell you how much it's going to cost and get it all set up. We'll schedule it and everything, get you back in here for get it done for you. I'm like, so you can't just tell me like how much it might be, like give me a ballpark figure. He's like, no, you got to come on in for 40. It's only like 45-minute inspection. It's free. Come on in. I can get you in tomorrow at 8 a.m. for 45 minutes, and I'm gonna let you know. Just drop. You can wait, or you can drop it off. I'm like, so you can't tell me how much it's gonna cost. I have to come in there. I have to wait for 45 minutes to find out how much it's gonna cost. You can't just tell me in 5 minutes like the other place. No, well, you want me to schedule that for you? I'm like, all right, thank you, bye, and I hang up. He was like waiting for me to schedule it. I'm like, no. You're not the only place in the world. That's the way it was coming off to me. It was like, he's my only option, and he's the only place in the world, so I'm gonna do whatever he says. Nope, I hung up on you, and now you don't have my car in there. Now you're not getting money, because you made it annoying. I know it's probably the proper way to do things, but it was annoying. The other place didn't have to do that. The other place told me how much. That's how much it was. That's what they did, and I was done. I didn't have to add an extra step in there, a 45-minute step. That was annoying. I hung up on you. Good job, buddy. You know what I mean? Maybe like, you tell, I'm trying to think of something. Like where you know what's wrong and you're calling a place. Trying to think. I don't know, you like to call a plumber. You know that the, one of the toilets is clogged and it just needs to be snaked out or something because, you know, blah, blah, blah. Call the plumber, you're like, hey, I need you to snake my toilet. How much is it? And you call them and they're like, well, what we're going to have to do is come to your house, run a X-ray machine down your toilet with the camera on it and see if it actually is clogged, and that'll take 45 minutes. It's free, though, but we're going to assess your toilet and make sure it's actually really clogged, and then we'll schedule an appointment to come out there and snake your toilet if that's really the problem. After we run the camera down there with the X-ray machine on it, we'll let you know. You're making it too difficult, bro. You're going to make 2 appointments instead of 1. I want to be done. I don't want to look at your face for longer than I have to. I don't want you in my house multiple times, if that's possible. You're going to run a camera down my toilet to see if it's actually clogged, and then schedule it for the next day. Come in here with your stupid snake. I told you what's wrong. And run it down there and get it unclogged. And I told you, the toilet's clogged. How much does it cost? I'll call the other place. They'll say, well, you know, it costs about $75 to run a snake down your toilet and unclog it. All right, come on, buddy. Let's go. The other place was being stupid, telling me about a freaking adding a whole extra step into the process. Like I enjoy it or something. Like it's so fun. Let me go to the mechanic multiple times to get one thing done. That sounds great. Let me have the plumber in my house 2 times instead of 1. That sounds amazing. I'm definitely going to choose you. It's like when you go to the dentist and they have to do the x-ray. They make 2 appointments out of it. Sometimes, but then sometimes they don't. Why? I know it's oh, we have too many patients this day, so we got to just run your x-ray, see what's wrong, then we'll schedule a real appointment for you. That first appointment's not a real appointment. That's them like, oops. The x-ray appointment before the one where they actually do stuff is not a real appointment. They just squeeze you in so they can do the second one faster. Because sometimes they'll do x-rays and then immediately fix your tooth. And sometimes they'll do x-rays and say, hey, we'll see you back in a week. I would rather the first one than the second one. Sometimes. It depends, I guess. With the dentist, it's kind of different because it's like your body and your mouth. And like, you know, sometimes when I go in there and they just do x-rays, I'm kind of relieved. Like, oh, good, I don't have to get it done today, you know? Depends how much I'm in pain. And sometimes they'll give you like antibiotics and it'll fix it for a week. If the one place can just tell me how much and then do it, and then it's not more, and they did exactly what they said they were going to do, how come you can't do that too? You're going to make it a whole extra step to make it annoying so I don't come in there. Oh, guild seals? I just never have to worry about guild seals. It just happens. I never even think about it. I could have a whole... I got so many, like, purple orbs. I could probably take a vacation for a whole year. I don't know. Like, I could use open purple orbs. If I ever needed guild seals to, like, stay in a guild. That's a thing where you can only get a certain amount per week, so it just happens either way. So I don't really go out of my way to do it. I've never ever thought about my guild seals. They just happen. As long as you're playing the game properly, like one hour a day or so. Guild seals is like the last thing I'm thinking about. It's not even, so they can't even increase it to be higher. 2,000 is the max you can get. I usually have 2,000 out of 2,000 by like Wednesday or Thursday, so I'm never looking for ways to get more seals. I've never even looked at like guild seal tasks. Which one gives me the most so I can go do it? No. I play enough battles probably that it doesn't matter. Battles 1, any type. Oh, I see where you said. Win Explorer battle on difficulty 2 or higher. Yeah, you're right. I've never looked at that, and I've never considered it, though. But, hey, you're right. Daily login gives you 10. That's 70 right there if you log in every day. Battles 1, any type, times 5. PvP you should be doing to tier 1 every week. And, so that's quite a bit you can get just there. Win ranked PvP battle. You got to do at least 2 per... And you got to go all the way to 1. And then you get 15 per PvP tier. That's where you should be getting your seals. Go to tier 1 and PvP every week. And that's quite a bit. I guess, huh? Maybe not like all of them, but that plus your battles 1 any type. Daily login, battles won any type, gain a PvP tier, and win ranked PvP battle. Should be enough to, And some people are still doing, City of Thieves 3 times a day. Complete a delve. I just don't recommend treasure hunt games with 60 or, you know? Difficulty 2 or higher, Explore. Nobody does Explore anymore except for during Vault event, really. That's the current way people play the game. You don't see people doing Explore 12 anymore, do you? You watch somebody play this game on stream, they're not doing Explore 12. And they're only doing Explore 1 if they're hunting Merchants and Angels or doing the Vault event. Or they're doing their XP booster, which is kind of weird. Nobody does Explore anymore. Except for in specific situations. Because the Underspire provides enough orbs, and so does the Vault event. Or not orbs, you know what I mean. Orbs in relating to tokens and medals. Like, you get enough orbs from Underspire, Vault event, that you don't need them from Explorer 12 anymore. You don't really need medals. Unless you don't have your globals or something weird. Like you're a low level, mid level. You don't have 3 guards, 3 nishas. Once you get your globals, it's better to actually hunt down orbs than like nisha medals. Nisha and you know? These days, the game changes over time. You can't think about the game the way it was thought about like 3 years ago. That's why the gold farming, soul farming, I'm so hard on that because that's something you did 2 or 3 years ago back in the day. Same thing with medals, Explore 12. We were heavy on that crap like a year ago. No longer. Nobody does it. Watch somebody play. If they're still doing Explore 12, they need to get with the times. I'm going to be doing it because I need to get the freaking Mimic, but I'm not like super excited about it. It's only because of this. It's one of 4 troops I don't have. This is the other thing where the proof is in the pudding and a reason to listen to me. Whether you like the way I deliver the message or not. You can look with your eyeballs and see that I'm only missing 4 troops. I'm doing something right. There's no up, there's no down, there's only 4. Does anybody else have... You know what I mean? Just out of everyone watching right now, there's probably 5 people that have this or less. You got most people are going to have at least like 10 they're missing or plus. I'm only missing 4, and they're all pay. Except for this one. This is for money, this is for money, this is for money. If they weren't for money, I would have them, is what I'm saying. This is the only one that's not for money. Back to vault keys. Let's see what's up. How's my toothache doing? I don't, it's like an off and on type of deal. It's because the dentist sucks, bro. I should have had it fixed a long time ago. I've gone in enough times. I take care of them good enough. Like, I'm not sitting here, like, not brushing my teeth or something. I do what I'm supposed to do. They just... It's just annoying. Like, my dentist... I don't know. I don't know if he's, like, getting too old or something. I don't know. It's weird. I go in complaining about one of the teeth that he fixed, and they keep telling me there's nothing wrong with it. So I don't know if it's some other thing, like my sinus... Like, I have bad sinuses. Sometimes I have, like, really bad sinus pressure, and sometimes it might, like, go into my... Maybe it makes this tooth, which is sensitive, like... I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with a theory of to why... I can go in there, get it checked, they do x-rays, they look at it, and they tell me nothing's wrong, but... It's also sensitive, and it also, like, swells up a little bit. Is it because maybe I have a bad sinus infection or something, and it puts pressure on my... I don't know. That's, like, one thing I was trying to... Maybe. It's, like, 90-something% good. Like, right now, I'm perfect. Nothing's wrong. Nothing hurts, nothing swollen. I'm good right now. It's just like if I eat the wrong thing, back to back to back, it can make it kind of hurt or swell. Like if I eat like a bunch of onions and chug a bunch of orange juice and then eat like crunchy stuff back to back to back to back to back, and I like hit the wrong area in there, like I have to really, if I'm careful, nothing is wrong, but if I'm just careless, which is annoying, it shouldn't be like that. That's why it's annoying. They should just pull the stupid tooth that I asked them to pull. It's this weird conundrum where they fixed a tooth, so technically there's nothing wrong with it. So now they can't pull it. Even though I tell them that it bothers me and I want it pulled. I almost have to like wait until it has a cavity. I guess I could go to a different dentist, but I don't know. I hate going, so I'm not like excited to go through the whole process again with some other dentist. You only do explore for Nisha tokens? That's cool. I mean, I gotta do it too. I just feel like you don't need to that bad these days because of the Vault event, because of the Underspire. They're like giving you that stuff easier and like shorter bursts. Doing Explorer every day is like a slog, man. You got to do a certain amount of boss chests to even have a chance at an RNG Nisha token. You're not even guaranteed to get a, like the Underspire guarantees it. You can have this orange major orb of glory guaranteed. You don't have to have some RNG thing where you might get a Nisha token. The Vault event, you're getting everything else while you're getting orbs. You're getting gems, gold, souls, glory, everything else in big mass quantities while you're getting chances at orbs that could replace a Nisha token. That's what's the coolest part about the Vault event. I'm not saying like you could go gold farm all day and all night and make just as much gold as while you're doing a Vault event opening vault keys and stuff. The point is, like, while you're doing the Vault event opening vault keys, you're also getting gems. You're also getting mountains of souls. You're also getting orbs that are as good as Nisha medals. Sometimes it takes me, like, over-explaining things a bunch of times for people to get it. Because I remember when I didn't understand certain things, and I had to have it over-explained to me multiple times, too. It's happened to me, too. Sometimes you're just like, what? What? And I can't get it out the right way, like, how to explain it. Of course, if I gold farm, I'm going to make a bunch of gold. I like gold. Well, like, the Vault event gives you just as much, and don't you like gems too, and glory too, and souls too, and orbs too, and tarot cards too, and it's going to give you just as much gold, but also a mountain of gems and diamonds. You like gems and diamonds? I do. If you're gold farming, you're just getting gold. I'd rather spend my time getting vault keys, which will give me just as much gold, maybe more, and gems and diamonds and glory and all that awesome stuff. Gold farming, you cannot get gems. You cannot get diamonds. You cannot get orbs. There's no chance. 0% chance. It's only gold, literally only gold. I would rather have a chance at gems too, while I'm getting just as much gold, maybe more. Some people are stubborn, though. I'm stubborn, too. I do the same thing. People tell me, you need to do this. And I'll say, the way I'm doing it's working just fine. Why would I switch to doing it that way? Eventually, they keep telling me, it's like somebody I trust, somebody, like, you need to do this, bro. You need to do this, bro. You need to do this, bro. Eventually, I'll try it. And then I'm like, man, I wish I would have did this like 6 months ago. Why am I like that? My way's working just fine, that's why. Look at that. Bang, I'm opening vault keys right now. Speaking on it right now, and I get a big drop of gems right now. This is what you're going for in the Vault event. Vault keys. Oh, let's see. Rich says, yeah, I need more Nisha. I only have 1 Nisha medal. See, that's a good reason to do Explore for sure. If you don't have your globals yet, you got to, because you can't get them any other place. To get the literal medals that are the global ones, you have to do Explore. So you have to do Explore for quite a while. It's kind of like doing City of Thieves 3 times a day, every day. You have to do it for quite a while. Eventually, you'll be done. Then you have to do Explore 12 for a while. Eventually, I'll be done once I get my globals. But yeah, it used to be you would just keep doing Explore 12. It was the best thing in the game. 'Cause you want Nisha medals so you can... What do you want those Nisha medals for? So you can gold elite mythics. What else gold elites mythics in the game? Orbs. What's better, Explore 12 or Vault event? Mike Sheard, should I get CT or Enrage Kurandara when I get my 8th power orb? Probably CT. I think he's jumped up in the pecking order. See, here's an orb right here, Vault event. This will maybe prove my point as I'm talking about it. That would be amazing. If I can get a Glory orb or a Minion orb. Of course not, though, but hey. There's some easy guild seals for new mythics right there. Or just mythics. Those big purple orbs are like mythics. If you don't have all the mythics, you can open a bunch of guild seals on chest level 6. Get mythics and legendaries. Those purple orbs are good. I just don't need any, so I'm not excited. If I needed mythics and legendaries still, if I wasn't only missing 4 troops in the entire game, I would be excited about that purple orb right now. It's a way to get mythics and legendaries, so... Didn't wipe. Now it's got poop streaks in his undies. Diamantina. Supernova says, my teeth were perfect. Said everything right. Then when I hit 45 years old, they started disintegrating. It's some kind of genetic trait thing or something. I feel you, bro. Look, another major orb. It's trying to prove my point right now. Ah, give me another purple, but purple would be amazing for some people. That's like the best orb at a certain point in the game, or it used to be. There was a point in time where purple was the best one, because you can get mythics and legendaries with it. Rich says, last vault was right. I needed blue verse, didn't get one till day 3. Dang, that sucks, dude. It is RNG about the vault event. Some people just have really bad luck during the vault event. You just got to keep going, though, you know? As long as you're not doing anything wrong. Because some people play it wrong, and then they complain when they don't get a certain verse. Like they're doing Phoenicia or Queen Beatrix, or they're doing a different Explorer other than Explorer 1, or they're stopping and doing pets, or they're doing PvP. And then they complain because they didn't get a certain verse. Well, you're not playing it right, so you can't really complain, you know? You're doing PvP, you're stopping and doing pets, you're using Queen Beatrix or whatever, you're not playing it right. So when you don't get a certain verse, you can't, it's kind of like, maybe play it right, and then maybe you'll get the right verse. Use Rowan or Ironhawk, do Explore 1, don't do pets, don't do PvP. And then if you're doing all that, you're doing Explore 1, you're clearing enemies out as quick as possible, over and over and over with the fastest team in the game, not stopping to do anything else. If you don't get a verse at that point, then it's just bad luck. Otherwise, I'm going to blame it on whatever the other thing you're doing is. If you're doing PvP, that's why you're not getting your verse. If you're doing Explore 2, that's why you're not getting your verse. If you're doing Phoenicia or Queen Beatrix or something, that's why you're not getting your verse. You're not doing it right. So... I do have sympathy, though, for people that are doing it completely the right way with Ironhawk or Rowan. They're doing Explore 1. They're doing it perfectly. You can also just have bad luck. I don't have sympathy for people that's doing it the wrong way just because. And then they don't get the right verse. That's your own fault. That's what the people on the forum complaining. I hate it when they're doing everything their own way. They're hard-headed. They're going to use this team and not that team. They're going to do it this way and not that way. And then they're on the forum complaining about not getting something. Well, you're doing it wrong. If you do it the right way, maybe you would get it. You can't complain when you're doing stuff unorthodox. Like, this is the way you do this. This is how you do it. Well, I'm going to do it this way. My own way. Well, now I'm not getting the right results, the same results. Well, because you're not doing it the way you're supposed to. You can't be hard-headed and then complain, too. Not that that's you, Rich. I'm just saying, like, I know I do this a lot. Like, somebody says something, and then I go off about it. I'm not talking about Rich Kaufman. Because I don't know what he's doing in the vault, you know what I mean? I can't possibly know exactly what everyone's doing, so I'm never talking about anybody in particular. Joshua says, even if you actually need niches, the Merchant Angel has replaced Explore 12 farming in that regard, because the vault event will bring various encounters with those two. That's a good point. If you need your globals, though, you should definitely do Explore 12 just to speed it up. You can kind of do both at the same time. Merchants and Angels will still come while you're farming niches. But that's a good point. Yeah, and while you're farming verses, you can get Merchants and Angels. Another 120 gems. It's YT Flames, bounty done, Cinny. I just did your tier 4 test. If you do your run on Sunday, buy up to 4. Then with the last 8 sigils, switch to full bounty team. All rewards done. Thanks for the tip. No problem. I just wish everybody would remember it was me when they're watching the other guy who probably acts like it was his idea. Just like everything else. Tyrion says, what is the 85th and 86th best mythic to gold medal? Dude, you have like 84 done? That's crazy. At that point, I would just be doing everything. I would pick my favorite ones. You know what I mean? Does it really matter if you do the 86th instead of the 89th or something? Or you do the 89th instead of the 86th? It probably doesn't matter. I'll just pick whatever one you think looks the coolest at that point. Man, it would be cool to have, like, Death. It'd be cool to have Death gold deleted. So I'm going to do it. Because now I'm choosing between a poopy and another poopy. If you're choosing between two turds, just pick the one you think looks the coolest. But no problem, it's YT Flames. Glad I could help. Allie says I should qualify the statement, I haven't needed niches in several months. Some people just like doing certain things. Some people like doing Explore 12. It's not a bad usage of time. I keep getting purple major orbs. I wish I could give them to somebody. That's like a thing, like if you like doing Explore 12, it's not really hurting you to keep doing it. Because it's still a high level, like, well, a thing that's got good rewards. It's still a high level thing to do. If it was me, I would say I'd rather see you do the Underspire or open vault keys or something, but it's still like not a terrible usage of time. If you're doing Explore 10 over and over, I'd probably be irritated. That'd probably be irritating to me, but if you're doing Explore 12, that's still not a bad usage of time. I just like to explain why I think you should... If you have the Underspire all the way done for the week, you have all your vault keys opened, then doing Explore 12 is perfectly fine. Sometimes the things I say is like, I'm thinking like order of operation priorities, but a person could have the Underspire fully complete and all their vault keys open, and then they're perfectly fine to do Explore 12 all day and all night because they have every other obligation done that's better. I just assume people don't have all their vault keys open, and I assume they don't have the Underspire all the way done. But they could. And that's when you should know, like, I'm not talking about you at that point. Like, oh, I have that all done. I already did everything he's talking about, so I'm fine to do whatever I want. Like, for me right now, opening vault keys is the most important thing to do, because I'm kind of thinking about my account when I'm speaking on everyone else's. For my account right now, I have 274 vault keys. Until I have all those open, I feel like it's a waste of time to do anything else. Other than things that I can't do tomorrow. Like bounty event I had to get done today, because it's gone tomorrow. Dungeon I have to do today or it's gone tomorrow. Adventure board I have to do today or it's gone tomorrow. Stuff that's like here today and gone tomorrow, I have to do that first. And then I'll open vault keys. Once all my vault keys are open though, I'm done with that. I can do something else, like Explore 12 or Underworld or... PvP to Tier 1. There's plenty of stuff to do in this game nowadays. It's hard to get everything done to where you have nothing left to do. Imagine this game like 5 years ago. We were able to get everything done for the day in like 45 minutes or less, and then you just had nothing to do. There was really... You could like keep doing PvP or something. It was not... It was like diminishing returns though. Hey, look! So I could bronze, elite, a mythic with that. I can get the first elite on anything in the game with that one right there, right? Supernova says, what you do when your keys run out. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was out of vault keys right now, what would I do? I'd probably go do the Underworld and, like, get some more of those towards fully done. I'll get my PvP to Tier 1 because I don't think I have that done yet. I might go do the Underspire a little bit more, see if I can make it to the 4th boss, get some orbs there, like the Silver Orb. There's Epic Trials, I could get some pet food, but I think Explorer 12 would go ahead of that, so I'd probably do Explorer 12 at that point. Explorer 12 is, like, always there to be done. It's kind of like one of those type of deals. You can get PvP to Tier 1 each week and get your glory keys every single week. Explorer 12 is always there. Whenever you're done with that, you can do that. Explorer 12 should be like the last thing you do, I feel. It's still an important thing. Like, it's the thing you could do. You're done with everything else. It's a good thing to do once you're done with everything else. Because everybody needs glory keys, and that's what PvP gives you. It gives you glory keys. Glory keys have gems in them. Potential mythics, potential legendaries. So you should at least get your PvP to Tier 1. It don't take that long. And then the Underworld, if you're not done with that, gives you more stats. Explorer 12 will never give you stats. Stats is good for your whole account. Renown. Go get all your Underworld stuff done, all completed, all the way to 2,500. Work on that. And then Underspire, you can go get some orbs where it's not RNG. You're not looking for Nisha tokens that are just maybe you'll get them if you do enough Explorer 12. Underspire guarantees you certain orbs that are as good as like Nisha tokens. And they're 100% guaranteed as long as you make it to that dragon. I think I made a video on that though, like one Gems of Chore video. I think that was mostly that. Look at that again. I've had that drop at least 3 or 4 times now. It's gonna add up. Not sure why I only have 7,000 though. Did I use them on something? I think I did the bounty, yeah. So that just paid for my bounty. My vault keys just paid for my bounty I had to do. Let's check on that train, y'all. Let's finish up the chat, then I'll check on the train, and then we'll see what's up from there. Tyrion says, Joshua, yes and no. Those merchant offers can be super expensive and orbs are far superior. Yeah, those merchant offers, man. If you buy like every single merchant offer for gems, you're going to run out of gems quick. So you got to kind of be selective on what you buy. Supernova says, I'm only going to meddle troops in the Magic Kingdoms first. I'm probably going to meddle troops that benefit from being meddled, like, you know, there's a bunch of troops that benefit from being meddled. And then, like, maybe that's the next thing you say. I'm going to meddle magic troops. Tyrion says, but if you need your first 2 to 3 Nisha, it's best to spend some gems on those for the Magic Plus bonus. Merchant and Angels made super easy and get 1 Anu, 2 Nisha super fast. And right. So you don't even have... That's another, like... Tyrion's giving me another reason not to do Explorer 12. You could buy your Nishas from a Merchant or an Angel, or a Merchant, if you save up enough gems. If you do enough Vault Event, you get enough gems. You spend the gems on a Merchant, you get your Nishas. Or you spend, oh, no, that wouldn't work. Joshua says 1,500 gems total for a Nisha medal, in my opinion, is not that bad. You only need 3 total for the max. Yeah, that's not too bad for your first 3 Nishas to get 1,500 gems. Tyrion says, Supernova, if I'm token farming, Explorer 12 is autoplay, or Explorer 1 and look for Merchants and Angels. I like that. Allie says, Orb of Clans is what excites me these days, right? I feel ya. That's for Mythics and Legendaries. Those big purple orbs, that's basically all they're good for, is to try to get Mythics or Legendaries. Sana says, yes, when you're in low-level guilds, purple orbs do count. Tyrion says, Joshua, 100% agree, but you can explore 1 so fast, your gem stack can't sustain it. Yeah, you gotta be real selective. You can't just buy everything. Rich says, finally got 2 blue verse used, 1 saved, 1 for next Vault event. Yeah, make sure you don't do Nomapaloozas outside of the Vault event. It's a terrible value. I don't even like when people do it for Epic Trials. The Epic Trial will come back around eventually, or you can use an orb. To use a gap on an Epic Trial, I think, is a giant waste. I know some people did it in, like, you know, it's a learning thing. Like, don't do it again. Gaps are, like, one of the best things in the entire game. You can get 20-something vault keys from a Nomapalooza. Would you trade 20 vault keys for a shiny pet? I wouldn't. So what could be in those? You've seen me get 120 gems. You saw me get major orbs. You've seen me get crazy good stuff out of vault keys. I would never trade 20 vault keys for a shiny pet. That thing's gonna... You watched Hellcrag come back around. You could do 1, and then the next time it comes back around, you could do another one. Or you could do an orb. You could get an orb out of those 20 keys. A minion orb, and then your shiny pet is fully ascended. To trade 20 vault keys for a shiny pet, that's just... I don't think it's smart. But definitely never run Nomapaloozas outside of a vault event. It's a terrible... The gnomes appear more often in a vault event. Or, you get more loot. It's something. Vault keys. Vault keys appear more often during a vault event, so if you run a Nomapalooza outside of a vault event, you're not going to get very many vault keys during that Nomapalooza. I wish Nomapaloozas worked outside of a vault event. Then you can make vault events whenever you want. You can make your own vault event by having enough verses to run gaps all weekend. You can make your own vault event. That's why it doesn't work like that. You have to run Nomapaloozas during vault events, or you're only going to get... Like, watch. If you ever run a Nomapalooza outside of a vault event, keep track of how many vault keys you actually get from that Nomapalooza. You'll get like 5. You'll get like 3. During a vault event, you'll get 20, 22, 23, 25. So it's better to save them for the vault event. So you can get 5 times as many vault keys, or 6 times. I'm behind in the chat. Ali says, I played the pets and only play a Palooza after I get the verse. Got 808 keys. Hey, I can't tell you nothing if you're getting 808 keys. That's really good. Whatever you're doing, just keep doing it, Ali. Don't listen to me. Supernova says, I get verses 1 and 2 in Broken Spire and verses 2 and 3 in Whitehelm. I don't think it works like that, but it could be a confirmation bias right there, but I don't know. I always thought everything was RNG and you can get every verse in every kingdom and it's just luck. It's the way it's supposed to work anyway. Joshua says the Vault event gives so many gems through many other means, both during and after. I'm not saying to farm Explore 1 for Merchants and Angels outside of Vault event. Yeah. That's the other thing. While you're doing a Vault event, you're getting so much loot. And then you open the Vault keys and get even more loot. Like, you could watch your gem stack go up as you're doing Gnomapaloozas and hunting verses. Because random gnomes will just drop gems. I watched my gem stack go up by like 1,000 or 2 just while doing the Vault event, not even opening the Vault keys yet. Then I open the Vault keys and I get another couple thousand. You can make like 5,000 gems in a Vault event, probably, just by playing it normally. If you're going super hard like Ali or Tyrion or something, you could probably make 10,000 gems, really. One Vault event, you can make at least 5,000 gems if you open all your Vault keys and add the other gems you got during. So I watch my stack go up. Like, I start at 2,000, and by the time I'm done, I'm on like 3,999 or something, you know? Then I have to still open 400, 500 Vault keys that are going to drop 360, 120, 900. And then all of a sudden, I've made at least 5,000 gems off of a Vault event that are almost one per month these days. And I'm talking like at least 5,000 gems. It's probably more. And you're getting gems other ways throughout the weeks and stuff. That's like extra gems. 5,000 extra gems on top of what you would normally get from tribute and rewards and stuff. Rich says 12 verse gnomes, 3 days to blur. Ali, generally each hour I do a Palooza, verse grind, and one pet, repeat until I fall asleep at the controls. I'm known for doing that too. I'll do a Gnomapalooza, then I'll look for verses for 15 minutes, then I'll do a Gnomapalooza, then look for verses for 15 minutes, so I'll do like 30-30. 30 minutes of Gnomapalooza, 30 minutes of verse hunting. I kind of like make it even. But some people just have way more gaps than me. Some people can run them all weekend. Tyrion says, awesome, Ali. I'm so thankful I can skip pets. Great, but time-consuming on Vault weekends. If you aren't chasing pets, that's probably 1K Vault. Yeah. Yeah, you got 800. You could have got like 1,000. But I can't argue with 800, so... Tyrion can argue with it. But I can't. I'm never going to tell somebody what to do if they're getting more Vault keys than me. I only spend like 9 or 10 hours on the Vault event. If I could spend more, I could probably get 1K also. I need purple bad. Where's my purple? There we go. I'll do this first. Some more skulls. Bad idea. Oh well, still worked. Mike Sheard says, I usually run through Explore 1 to get 100 mist stones. During each run from 0 to 100 stones, I'll pick up the verse I need. Exactly, Mike. That's what I do. I do exactly what Mike does. Tyrion said 80 plus. I lost count, but pretty close. Yeah, I know what you mean. Explore 1, I don't usually get verse gnomes. I mean, I do. I only got 400 or 350 last time though. Some people might get. All I know is like what works for me and what everybody else is saying. So there's very slight different ways to do the Vault event, but if you're doing it a different way, you really can't complain. If it's working for you, keep doing it though. Allie says I only played the pets when someone else triggered one. The only problem with that is when it's like during a vault event and you could be running a Nomapalooza instead. So for that 3 to 5 minutes, you could have got potentially like 7 vault keys. So you're trading 7 vault keys for probably 1 copy of a pet. Which I don't, if you think of it that way, maybe it'll convince somebody out there. Like, you never want to trade 20 plus vault keys for a shiny pet, right? You also never want to trade 7 vault keys for a regular one copy of a pet. You would never do that, would you? Like a random pet that you're going to get 1 copy of anyway. Unless you're lucky and you get like 2 or 3 copies. That's all you're going to get, unless you're going to spend gems on baskets, which now you're going backwards spending gems. Would you ever trade 7 vault keys for 1 copy of Desdemona's Familiar or something like that? 7 vault keys could have so many gems in there, so much gold, so much soul, so many orbs. You would never do it. But if you think about it, that's what you're doing. You're trading 5 minutes of a Noma... You could have did a Nomapalooza instead of that pet. The pet's going to take you 3 to 5 minutes, most likely. The world record is like 2 minutes and something. And most people get it done in 3 to 5 minutes. So let's say 5 minutes it takes you to do the pet. 30 seconds of battle. Nothing crazy. 5 minutes, just round it up because you're stopping. You're going to do the pet. You're doing all 8 battles, and then you have to restart, go back, do your gnome stuff. You're getting out of sorts. You're getting out of your rhythm. So we'll call it 5 minutes. Nomapalooza, you can get 25 keys during a Nomapalooza. So 5 minutes out of 15 is a third. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 vault keys. Would you trade 7 vault keys for 1 copy of Desdemona's Familiar? You probably wouldn't, because 7 vault keys, you just watch me open 7, and I got 120 gems, I got an orb, I got gems, I got an orb, I got a bunch of gold, a bunch of souls. That's all this game is like comparing, would I do this, should I do this or that? Is this worth more than that? There's too many, like, people out there, like, making all these, like, hey, let's tell each other when these pets pop up during the vault event. So it becomes some sort of social thing, and then you feel like you gotta join in because it's a social thing with everybody telling each other when the pets are popping up and stuff. And then you're like, how many did you get? How many did you get? We got this pet. Did you need that pet? Oh, this person needs that pet. We're gonna celebrate. But then there's 10 people missing out on 7 vault keys, and now there's 70 vault keys that now didn't, because everybody's got 1 copy of a pet. It's kind of like the Ding Dong Olympics or something. I'm just trying to help every single person, like, individually help everybody out there. I have no agenda. You can do whatever you want. Nothing matters to me what you're doing. Nothing matters to me. I don't care what you're doing. You don't like the way I say it? Just look at the proof. You know? I'm easy to hate, remember, so you can look with your eyeballs at how many souls, gold, troops, gems, glory, my level with no Death Knight armor, no VIP. Even if the words aren't gentle and what you want to hear, you can look at the proof on the screen. Tyrion says, I use Mr. T's tier list now and just work through C mid. Hey, that's a good way to do it. I always recommend him. You'll never hear me saying that he is bad at this game or gives bad advice. I think he gives great advice, and I think he's great at the game. So if you're ever going to take someone else's advice other than mine, I would recommend him. Some people I don't recommend, and some people I just don't know enough about. And I'm not, like, not recommending them. I just can't stamp my approval because I don't know enough about them. I know a lot about him, and I know he's good, and I know usually he's right. And usually he'll agree with me, though. So, if you're really down to brass tacks, we kind of think the same way. He's more gentle, though. So if you want to hear it in a more gentle way, he's a super nice dude. He's never gonna, like... I'm more of a, you know, abrasive personality. I like to exaggerate a little bit. He'll be more gentle. If you want to get the right answer and have it given in a gentle way, he'll tell you... He'll be a ho and hum, though, a little bit. He'll... you know, you coulda... Because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. If you ask him, do you need to gold farm anymore? Deep down, he wants to tell you no. You should just do the vault event. But if you're, like, dead set on gold farming and you keep saying, like, he'll kind of hoe and hum and ride the fence because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. But deep down, he would really advise you not to. I don't see him doing Explore 12. Allie says, with as close as the events are held, now I can ease up on Paloozas. You crushed it. You can do whatever you want. $800 vault keys is really good. I want the people out there getting 100, 200 vault keys to do better and get 300, 400, you know? I wish everybody could get 800. That'd be an amazing thing. I come in here one day, do a stream, and everybody in the chat got 800 vault keys during a vault event. That'd be sick. Tyrion says, Allie, I know I used to do the same, just saying if you weren't doing pets, you need that's more time to grind versus keys. Even 5 to 10 minutes per hour every 3 days adds up. That's the truth. It's hard to accept because the pets are so cute. It's like Pokemon. That's what they want you to do, though. You're falling into the devs' hands. They put all these cute, shiny things in the game, and they want you to go waste your time on them. I'm surprised they haven't nerfed the vault event. Instead, they're giving us more of it. Joshua says, are there any tokens you can't get from a merchant or an angel? I think they give out most of them, don't they? I've definitely seen Nisha and Anu, and that's what most people care about. I don't know if I've ever seen a merchant. Yeah, I've seen other ones. I just always skip right by them, so I don't really like dwell on it to remember it. If it's anything other than a Nisha or an Anu, I kind of just don't pay attention. But I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen like a guard token or something. Crimson Fury, what's up? Allie says I get too brain dead when I only do Paloozas. Yeah, that's the other thing. I agree with that. It's kind of super grindy and brainless. You're kind of like dumbing your brain down because you know it's the right thing to do and it like gives you so much loot. But I do. That's a one way to my heart. You can tell me how easy and stupid the vault event is and I will agree. I would rather be doing an arena or something that uses my brain, of course. Unfortunately, it's not the right thing to do. They want you to be dumb and eating butter and doing the same. They keep putting Chalcedony, Secret Tots, or Aluin. They're like making us even more stupid. Just push one button and win. I never thought they would embrace that, you know? It's like they're making the game just easy. Except for the epic trial thing. Like, that was kind of hard. And, like, Underspire Deep is kind of hard. Like, they still put in kind of hard stuff. But Underspire with Chalcedony, now you turn the thing that's kind of hard when you're on the 7th boss into something that's not hard, because you just loop it. The epic trial with Chalcedony isn't hard because you just loop it. You see what other games I play though, so I like to play difficult games when I'm not playing this game. Sometimes I kind of get irritated with how easy this one is. Lesser Orb of Glory! Like the meta. You can go out of your way to make this game not as easy. You can play Arena, you can play Underworld and do 500 pure. You could do Explore 12, which is a little bit more hard than your normal stuff. PvP, 3 trophy. Epic Trials, if I didn't already say it. Underspire Deep. There's some places you can go if you're looking for a challenge. It's not all easy, but like the meta is usually sitting there and pushing one button over and over and over. Man, I better wrap this up soon, y'all. We're 2 hours deep. I'm supposed to be doing something at 2 o'clock, and I said I would kind of get out ahead of it. So, let's do this last one. I'll catch up in the chat. Make sure you ask any questions. Now or never. What do we got going on? So next week is Invasion. I'll have Invasion teams as early as possible on Monday. And then weekly preview, of course, which goes over the Soul Forge, the Epic Trials, the Underspire, all that stuff. I might break those videos out so I can, you know, adapt to the times and... I don't know. I've been putting out videos recently, and they just flying under the radar. I don't get it. I thought everybody would want to know how to get shiny keys. And then whatever video I put out a week before that also kind of farted on itself. And then it's like my Thursday extra videos that I think are good fly under the radar. Well, maybe not all the time. Like, there was one, though, that I was like, and then, like, it happens once a week where I'm like, put my hand up for the high five and no one slaps it, except for people that always slap it. Like, I don't know, I get disgusted sometimes, like, they're watching that instead. Because that's what it is, like, Anyway. Hey, I got a major Orb of Chaos. Nah, it was a poopy orange, though. I'm gonna catch up in the chat and let's get out of here. I definitely agree, though, Allie. It is brainless. It's kind of you're grinding. It's a how long can you do it? Can you concentrate for hours and hours and hours and not fall asleep? But you're never gonna be making any brain buster moves on the board or anything, or losing and pulling it out and getting a win. Like, you're just going to be wiping the enemy back to back to back in one shot over and over and over and over. And the exciting part about it is Merchants and Angels, like getting the right verse, getting vault keys. How many vault keys did you get during that gap? You kind of got to make it fun for yourself. Like, oh, this time I got this many. Next time I'm going to see if I can get one more than that. You got to start challenging yourself. I got this many myth stones during this gap. Let's see if I can get a little bit more next time. Like, start breaking your own record, giving yourself... Merchants and Angels, like, ooh, if I can get this angel and get me some purple deeds or green deeds. Yeah, I gotta make it fun for yourself. I know it's not... It's like brainless, but you can make it slightly more fun by challenging yourself and looking for other things while you're doing it. Not changing it, not doing something... not still doing Explorer 1 and still using Rowan or Ironhawk, but in your head you're like, man, I hope I get an angel, and I hope it has this. And then you keep going and going and going, and... Ooh, see how many vault keys I can get during this gap. I got 20 last time. Maybe this time I can get 21. You gotta, like, make it your own game, your own fun. Tyrion says, Joshua, Merchants and Angels only offer Arania, Anu, and Nisha. Yeah, I knew there was one other one. Maybe, is there Orpheus? There's something. I don't think I've ever seen, like, Guard and Yasmin. Yeah, I still have pets to level, though, too, and I don't care. So, Tyrion has all his pets done, so that's why he doesn't care. But I bet you, I don't know, he might have been doing it. But it changes over time how important it is. Right now, it's most important to get vault keys, not pets. There's so many ways to get pets, it like makes me crazy. It makes me... The Underworld, Delves. You got orbs. You can get vault keys, get an orb, do a pet. You don't have to go stop your whole vault to go get a pet. We're going to get one copy. You can keep doing the vault and get orbs and then do a pet with the orb. They got epic trials. We got holiday events. They're throwing pets at us like crazy. It used to be like you can only get a pet if it randomly pops up. That's why people did that. It's different now. This game is constantly changing. The meta changes and changes and changes. You got to keep up with the times. If you go back 2 years ago, you see people gold farming, soul farming, doing Explore 12, stopping and getting pets during a vault event. But stuff changes over time and gets less important. Because they put so many ways to get pets in the game now that it's not as important to stop a vault event, trade 7 vault keys for 1 copy of a pet. When you got an epic trial next week, you can get a pet. You got a holiday event, they're going to throw a pet at you. You got orbs, you can just immediately fully ascend a pet. And you're doing the thing right now, the vault event, to get those. To stop and like go get 1 copy of a random pet is not the thing anymore. It used to be, so you just gotta keep up with the times. People used to gold farm, people used to soul farm. People used to stop and get pets during a vault event. Not anymore. They added stuff to the game. They made it easier to get pets now. They made it easier to fully ascend pets now. No point to stop and get 1 copy of a random pet during a vault event and trade 7 vault keys for 1 copy of a random pet. Or even 2 copies or 3 copies. You never get more than that. So, if you're doing a pet battle, 8 battles, wasting 5 minutes, do you ever get like 10 copies of the pet and like fully, oh yay, I'm glad I did that? No, it's usually 1. And you're like, stupid pet rescue. Give me 1 pet. And now you're trading 7 vault keys for 1 pet. Because you could have been running a gap for 5 minutes instead of a pet rescue for 5 minutes. Or you could have got that verse you needed. And then you could have ran a whole gap. You could have got that verse you needed during that 5 minutes. But you stopped and you did a pet. When you could have got a verse instead. If you keep doing the right thing, you're going to eventually get the stuff. That's why it's how you're supposed to do it. Oh, there's so many early gems from just playing Vault Weekends. Don't matter for those medals. Sana says, all of a sudden I'm lacking pet food. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm not. And you know how I am. I don't really give a crap about pets. So I don't know why. I don't know where I'd even look at it. Because I don't have any I can level. But I have like 13,000 white pet food. And I never care about pets. So I don't know why. I mean, I definitely do, like, all the epic trials. I do all the holiday stuff. Anytime there's a pet and it's not a vault event, I do it. The only time I'm talking about is during a vault event. I ignore pets totally during a vault event. But anytime it's outside of the vault event, I'm on it. I'm on all the pets. It's just vault is too important to stop and do a pet. But every other second of the vault event's only 3 days out of a whole month. The other 27 days, I'm getting all the pets. So don't think that I'm just never doing pets. It's just during those 3 very important days where the best thing to do is to keep doing the vault. I know it's also the best time to get pets, but you know why? Because vault event is the best time to do everything and get everything. It's the best thing in the game for everything in the game, including pets. But vault keys are more important than pets. I would never trade 7 vault keys for 1 copy of a pet. Outside of those 3 days, for 27 other days, I'm doing pets every time they pop up. I'm doing the epic trials. I'm doing the holiday events. I'm doing Legends Reborn or whatever. Every time one pops up, I'm doing them every Wednesday. I'm doing pets. It's just during the vault event, those 3 very important days, I'm not. I don't care. I'm not doing any pets. Do I have a pet renamed Al Bundy yet? No. We could do that. Which one looks like Al Bundy, though? You guys, which one, if you see one that looks like Al Bundy, let me know. Al Bundy's like, doesn't have like a giant beard. He's definitely a sourpuss. He's like he's similar to me. He's got bad luck. He's a sourpuss. He has lots of kids. Which pet would be Al Bundy? Also, thank you, I saw something pop up. I'm just way behind in the chat, y'all. DC United with the 10. Thank you so much, bro. The train wasn't rolling. We were almost to the next station, and you gave us the little bit of extra gas to get there. We had a pretty good stream today. I really appreciate y'all. I will catch up in the chat. Just give me time. This guy looks kind of like Al Bundy. Now you got me looking through all my pets to try to rename one of them Al Bundy. So I should probably do that off stream. There he is. Alright, here we go. I'm going to read these chats really fast. Tyrion says, I'm at the point where only glory orbs excite me. All the others started collecting dust. I know, man. That's a problem. Joshua says, should I spend event keys next week if I only need mostly mythics anyway and I'm missing Grey King? It depends. Do you have Ironhawk and do you have Ironhawk and do you have High King Iron Gut? If you have both of those, then just I think it's a good idea to use event keys for the Grey King and the Ghost Queen, and there's some other decent stuff there. Shiny Rowan for sure. Tyrion says, those gold offers are a godsend. Pet food may not be a bad option on merchants. Keeps my... I do that too. I buy pet food with gold. Those offers, every time you see a merchant, 90% of the time you can buy the gold one. Sometimes the gem one is good. But when I'm low on gems and I'm not going to buy the gem one no matter what, I almost always buy the gold one. And so, a lot of the times it's pet food. It's good value, unless it's souls or something stupid. Like, you wouldn't trade gold for souls. There's a couple of them that are stupid, but if you can remember which ones are stupid, you can then buy almost every gold offer from the merchant. Like, don't buy, souls and don't buy, like, treasure. There's a couple of them that are dumb, but a lot of them are good, like pet food, and it's not as, you're not excited about it, but you just buy it anyway because you're not buying... You don't have a lot of gems. You're not going to buy every single gem offer, so you might as well buy the gold ones. But yeah, Tyrion's right about that one. Pet rescues just for pet food? Yeah, I don't really do that, but I do every pet outside of a freaking... I'm not like searching them down and hoping for them, but if they pop up, I'll do them. Shiny Thrall would be sick. I only stop for unowned pets during a vault event, says Joshua. I mean, that's up to you, man. You know my stance on it. I don't think I won't care if I have it or not. I'm not going to, like, think about it. I'm not going to, like... A pet's not going to pop up, and I'm going to be like, go check, see if I own it or not, and then go do it, and then, like, get out all the way out of rhythm, and then go back to the vault event. I'm not going to do that, but that's up to you. I don't recommend it. Go get one copy of a pet you don't own. I mean, yeah, you're right, dude. Like, if you totally have 0 of them and you're going to go get one, that's more valuable than, like, getting one extra one when you already have one. So, I see what you're saying. But still, I don't know, man. If you have 0 of them and you're going to get one, like, that's okay, I guess. I still don't, like, love it, but I don't hate it. If that's what people are talking about, if you're talking about getting pets you have 0 of, that's cool. That's okay, a little bit. I still would rather you just get vault keys. But I'm thinking like people are getting pets they already have, and they're just getting another copy of it or something stupid. But maybe everybody's just getting brand new pets they don't have any of. I mean, that's not as bad. So Joshua, thank you for that comment, because it kind of... I don't do any, though. I don't care if I don't own it or not. There's so many other ways to get pets these days. I don't care that much if I don't have it or not. I don't stop and, like, go look and see if I have it or not, and then go do the whole thing. Now I'm wasting, like, 10 minutes. Or, you know, whatever, 7. Mike says, what's the purpose of the cursed runes? Soulforge now at level 20, so I need to figure out what the point of runes is. First thing you do is, like, go get the curse breaker weapons. There's a couple things to do. Where is it? You can get, like, the curse breaker weapons. They cost runes, right? And you get the Mythic Darksmith Drenza. There's pets in here, you get those. Somewhere. There's a pet. Angry Anvil. Get enough of those to fully ascend, that takes a while. That's what I did anyway. So my cursed runes, I got my Soul Forge all the way fully leveled, and then you take those cursed runes, and the first thing I did was get the pet, and then get it fully ascended. And that gave me another pet for whatever kingdom, fully ascended. It's another way to get a pet, by the way. The Soul Forge. That pet, one pet, but you know, it's another way. On top of everything else I was saying. Then the Curse Breaker weapons, you want to get all the... Well, you get the Mythic probably next, and then you get the Curse Breaker weapons. There's a lot of stuff in there to get... After you're done with all of that, though, it's up for debate. You could maybe make Vault Keys. Some orbs are decent to make with the runes. It's nothing too special at that point. It's another resource you just don't know what to do with it at a certain point. Joshua says, I think 1k Vault Keys is about 10k gems, so 500 is about 5k gems on average. That looks about right. Tyrion says, Joshua, decide what mythics you want to prioritize with event keys and diamonds. If you are missing 2 or more mythics in a kingdom, it's a good week to drop event keys if there's a good mythic you want. Yeah, like Switch has a good one. They got Zalkari or something, so they got Arachnian Weaver, Web Spinner, and Arc Proxy Avendra. That's like a really good kingdom to throw event keys for. 2 top 10 mythics and a top 10 legendary. Allie says, I think you can use the cursed runes to make Orb of Clans. Yeah, there's some orbs, there's Vault Keys, but that's after you do all the Curse Breaker weapons, you do Darksmith Drenza, and you do the pet all the way fully ascended. So there's a lot of work to do before you're just like, what do I do with these runes? Tyrion says, you only want to target bad mythics for kingdom upgrades and completion, so they are targeted last. Tyrion says, Allie, you can use cursed runes to craft chaos orbs too. I've wasted so many resources just for a few orbs. Hey man, whatever works for you, Supernova. It's supposed to be, you know, I'm doing the finger quotes. It's supposed to be like RNG to where it's never a good idea to go to a certain kingdom to get a certain verse. That's like trying to get a certain gem dragon on a certain day. And then it happens, so it's confirmation bias. Then you got one person saying they got a green dragon on the green day, and then other people try it and it doesn't work for them, but they don't go and post they're not excited to go post that they didn't get the dragon on the green day. So now you got people who got the green dragon on the green day are the only ones posting it, and that's confirmation bias. So if you happen to get certain verses in certain kingdoms, other people are not getting those verses in those kingdoms, but they're not saying anything about it because they're not excited about it. So it's kind of like confirmation bias. This works in the Underspire. If you do this 4 rooms off the main path to get the bot, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work, and you don't see them putting out a video about how it doesn't work now. They're excited when it works, but they're not excited enough to tell everybody when it doesn't work, because sometimes they're like, oh, this works, and then they find out it doesn't work. They don't want to, like, look stupid. Green dragon on the green day, then you open another one on green day, and you don't get a green dragon that time. You're not telling everybody, hey, this time I didn't get a green dragon on the green day. Remember last time when I did, though? Confirmation bias. Rich says I need a bunch of blue verses to get those keys. Go get them, man. 1k Vault Keys is not as bad as you think. You can do it from just going... Yeah, I think I could if I had more gaps. Livewire says you never changed to hero class for your Vault team. I know. I just did the freaking Diamantina the whole time. Is it worth it to craft Vault Keys? I'd do it sometimes. Joshua says I do agree that getting 2k Vault Keys during a Vault event is just crazy. Rich says, some reasons I never gotten verse gnomes in 5 Vault weekend. Man, whatever works for you, bro. If you're getting at least 3 to 4 to 500 Vault Keys, you're doing it right. If you're getting any less, you're probably not. Joshua says, Supernova, I guess it depends on how many Vault Keys you end up getting each Vault event. 1k keys per Vault event will probably get you pretty far in its own with enough patience. Mike says, hi, I would love to know what ritual superstitions some of us have for completely RNG stuff on here. Like, I think I'm more likely to get gnomes on the hour, 15 past, 30 past. Yeah. None of that's supposed to work, but if it works for you, just keep doing it. Sometimes this game is streaky. I saw a person on the forum, they have like this, they had this theory about how streaky the game is, but I believed them because they wouldn't post exactly what they were talking about. Like, they didn't want the devs to see it. So it made me believe them. If you're just blabbing stuff out there, like it works in this kingdom or that kingdom, like a dev is going to see it eventually and fix it if it's actually working. This person was like, I know this game is streaky. I know how to manipulate it, but I'm not going to say anything because if I do, they'll fix it. So it made me like believe them. They could be full of it, but... Sana says, I'm a GM of a small guild, so people... I mean, I wish for you would get into a better guild, but I know you have your own guild and everything, and that's brave. You're brave. The Ding Dong Olympics. Oh man, I said that so long ago. I'm so far behind. The Butt Farters feature film. Tyrion says, yeah, Pets and Vault Weekend is where I somewhat agree and disagree with Cinny. It's the best time to pet farm too, but I'm super happy to be done with pets as it does waste precious vault time. Dang, Crimson, I saw you said hi like freaking 10 minutes ago. Yeah, having Paloozas ready to go is amazing. Treasure maps for deeds. You're 1160 Crimson. That's pretty good. Dr. Mop says, hi, Cinny. Thanks for the FOMAG team. I haven't seen that before. Saved so much time. You're welcome. I got it from, yeah, I think I am the one that introduced that to YouTube. I got it from, speedrun.com. Nobody will remember that, though. Just like they won't remember me telling everybody about Tesla on the bounty. You know, like a year into the future, they're going to think, like, Butter Eater guy came up with it or something. FOMAG is from me. I went to speedrun.com and found that team, presented it to the world, and now everybody used it. Now it's Diamantina. I didn't have Diamantina, but I told everybody about the Diamantina. Tesla. Somebody told me. I put it on YouTube first. There are a lot of things like that where I even forget that I'm the first one that did it. And then other people, of course, make videos, and then you never know who was the first one. Kenji says, I have all kingdoms to 5 and the magic ones to 10. What now for gold? You have all the kingdoms to 5 and the magic ones to 10. I mean, you could try to get all the other kingdoms to 10. Or you could try to get into a good guild and like that has a requirement for gold. I think gold is also used in the Underworld, right? You could be doing your City of Thieves and getting the Horde level up down there and getting your stats higher and getting your qualities done and all that. Treasure down the Underworld, you could use your gold down there. That's the main places you would use gold. Just never use your gold to open chests. That's a no-no. You could either try to get into a better guild and meet a higher requirement. You could go to the Underworld and level up all your Horde levels and qualities and stuff on all the factions. Or you could try to level the kingdoms all to 10 instead of just the magic ones. Yeah, Ali, thank you so much for the gems. Dr. Mop says, Shiny was a good video. You explained it well. I just don't get why it doesn't get views. It makes me disgusted with the whole community. Like, not you guys, but like the outlier, fringe, casual viewers that... No problem, everybody. I'm going to get out of here soon. I'm just trying to finish up this chat. I'll see if there's any questions. Lester, Orb of Glory. The Merchants and Angels do not have Guard, Yasmin, or Orpheus tokens. Only Arena, 3 for 60 for 2 free. Anu, 3 for 80 or 2 free. And Nisha, 3 for 500. DC says, I agree with all the advice Sinnycool and others have shared about how to vault properly, but RNGesus is not to be underestimated. For some reason, like, I never have that problem, though. Like, I never come into a vault event with, like, 1,000,000 Nomapaloozas. I'll come in with 2 or 3. I'll run 1. I'll go 15 minutes looking for verses. I'll get the one I need. I'll run the next one. I'll go for 15 minutes looking for verses. I'll get the one I need. It just, I don't know. If you're doing the vault event any other way than I said to do it, and you're not getting your verses, maybe that's the reason. Just try it my way. Otherwise, you're just having really bad luck. If you're using Queen Beatrix, that's the reason you're not getting your verses. If you're doing it on Explorer 2, that's the reason you're not getting verses. If you're doing it in a wrong kingdom, that's the reason you're not getting verses. If you're doing PvP, that's the reason you're not getting verses. If you're doing pets, that's the reason you're not getting verses. If you do it perfect the way you're supposed to, and you don't get verses, then you can blame RNG. The Lover card? Yeah. Those tarot cards. Man, I'm so far behind. I feel terrible. Alright, I guess I'm not too far, huh? You're down on the blue orbs, Mike? Tyrion thinks I was first on the Ironhawk. I don't remember. You know me, I'm not going to claim something I'm not 100% sure about. I know I was first on Fomag, and I know I was first on, like, a lot of things, but, like, the bug for the, I don't remember what event it was, but the baby dragon, bug, the Fomag team. I do the world record videos, so some of the fastest teams in the game are posted on speedrun.com. You just gotta look for it. And then you adapt them for day-to-day, like, consistency. You don't always use the exact same team as on speedrun.com, because they need everything to go perfectly to get their world record. You just kind of adapt it for day-to-day play. Throw a Thrall on there instead of something else, or... Alright, I better get out of here. I think there was one time last vault event where I was looking for a verse and I didn't get it in that 15 minutes, but only one time. And then instead I just went 30 minutes instead of 15, and I got it in the next 15 minutes. But I could definitely see. I just hope that you're doing it perfectly, and then you can blame it on RNG. I feel like if you're not getting a verse, you're probably either doing something wrong. Just try it the right way and see if you get the verse. But I better get out of here. I'm going to be here all day. See my what, Livewire? Livewire, random dumb question, but what happens? You skip the orb reveal screen by accident. Do you lose that orb, or does it evolve and just go into your pile? I don't think you can skip it. I don't think it's possible. I don't think that's possible, man. Yeah, it just goes into your pile. If you don't see it, it just goes in. You could click through it real fast, maybe, but you can't skip it. You might click through it so fast that you don't see which one it is, but I don't think you can skip it. It would just go into your pile, yeah. Alright, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Get up on the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Tyrion says, definitely saw your Ironhawk video post first, then I passed a T. Most of the community didn't know. The person that told you don't think was a tuber, but yeah. That's cool, bro. One of these days, no matter what happens, like, we'll all look back on my channel, like, there's some first things I did. No one could take away any of my views or anything. Everybody could unsubscribe, and I could have 0 subscribers, but you can't take away the 2.5 million views or whatever. You can't take away all the videos I did and all the time I spent. It's encapsulated in time, like, no matter what. My video posted at this time, someone else's posted later. I have this many views, you can never take it away. Everybody could unsubscribe and I could have 0 subscribers, but you can't take away the 2.5 million views or almost 3 million views now. It'll forever be on YouTube. So, I feel good about it sometimes. Like, currently, I'm not feeling awesome because I put up all these videos and, like, they only get so many views or whatever, but you can't take away my 2.5 million views no matter what you do, so... All right, anybody. All right, I will see y'all later. Thanks for joining me today. Sana, Supernova, Tyrion, Dr. Mop, Sista, Anita, no problem. Tyrion, DC United, Livewire, Sana, Joshua, Rich Kaufman, Mike Sheard, DC, Joshua, Livewire. That and the fact that I can get views on other games. I like that too. I'm not just a Gems of War channel. If I wanted to, I could get views playing something else. I've gotten views on Elden Ring, Sekiro, Dark Souls 2, Battle Ages, Neverwinter, EverQuest Project 1999. Like, can anybody else name? I mean, besides like Mr. T, he can. But there's other Gems of War channels. They literally can only get views on Gems of War, and I would hate that. Crimson Fury, and they're copying people, so they're getting views of one game that they copied a person. They can't get their own views on their own games. It's just more proof. If you love that guy, go look at all of his other videos and how they get no views. Because he's copying the crap out of everybody on Gems of War, and that's the only place he can get views. I can get views on Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Project 1999. I don't gotta copy people. DC, Neophyte, Crimson, Sauna. One of these days, y'all. One of these days. They'll see. Joshua, DC, thanks again for the 10, bro. Kenji, Suka was here. Neophyte. I hope I answered all your questions, Kenji. There's like a lot of chat this time, which I love. Dr. Mop, Ali, Sana, Kenji, Joshua, Mike, Rich, Tyrion Shark. Let's try to find a name I didn't say yet. We got Ali, we got Rich, we got Mike, we got Dr. Mops. It's YT Flames was here today. Florian, dude, I missed you today. I'm so sorry, Florian. I hope you're still there. When you say hello and then you say nothing else, sometimes I suck and I miss you. Sorry, Florian. Dervicious was here today. I might have even said your name earlier, but Chad Angelo was back in action today. The other Chad. The sniper from Ukraine. Or he's in Ukraine. I don't think he's from Ukraine. Solitary Mind was here. Now let's go over the train business, the fan funding. Allie ran out there, rag in her back pocket, butt crack showing. Kenji decided to help, grab the rag, started wiping stuff down and turning screws. Trey said, this is what you do, and they got it started. Sada says, let's turn on that Taylor Swift and blow the neighbor's eardrums out and rev up the engine. Chad says, let's go, everybody. It's time to leave, and they got on the tracks and started moving. DC's like, let's go a little bit faster so we can make it to the next station. Appreciate y'all. Allie, Kenji, Trey, Sana, Chad, DC, for all the train business. Keeps me going, keeps the doors open, the lights on. You guys are awesome. Alright, we'll see you. Enjoy the views. That's one thing you can't take away, ever. Can't take the views away. If you view something, you can't take it back. Have a great one. You guys are the best. See you next time. You know what's up. Tomorrow is the Invasion video teams early in the morning. Weekly preview after that. Faction video on Tuesday. Next live stream is Wednesday at noon EST. Peace out. Thank you very much.